The Pope Lick Monster is a legendary creature that has been reported to haunt the area around Pope Lick Creek, located in Louisville, Kentucky. This creature is said to resemble a half-human, half-goat hybrid with a scaly body and horns on its head. The Pope Lick Monster has been the subject of numerous sightings and urban legends, and its origins are shrouded in mystery. The earliest known mention of the Pope Lick Monster dates back to the 1940s. At that time, the area around Pope Lick Creek was used as a dumping ground for chemical waste, and many believed that the creature had been created as a result of exposure to these chemicals. Others speculated that the monster was a product of occult practices and some other form of supernatural phenomenon. The first reported sighting of the Pope Lick Monster occurred in the 1950s. According to the witness, a man named Robert Hill, he and his friend were walking near the railroad trestle that spans Pope Lick Creek when they saw a strange figure standing on the tracks. As they got closer, they realized that the figure was not human but rather a creature with the lower body of a goat and the upper body of a man. The creature had horns on its head and a scaly reptilian skin. Hill and his friend were so frightened that they ran away and did not tell anyone about their encounter until many years later. Over the years, there have been numerous other sightings of the Pope Lick Monster. Many of these sightings have occurred near the railroad trestle, which has become known as a hot spot for the creature. According to the legend, the Pope Lick Monster uses a hypnotic power to lure unsuspecting victims onto the trestle, where they are then struck by passing trains. In fact, there have been several fatalities on the trestle over the years, which have been attributed to the creature. One of the most famous incidents involving the Pope Lick Monster occurred in 1988. At that time, a group of teenagers decided to investigate the legend and went to the trestle to see if they could catch a glimpse of the creature. As they were walking across the tracks, a train suddenly appeared, and the teenagers were unable to get out of its way in time. One of the teenagers was killed, and the others were severely injured. The incident led to renewed interest in the legend of the Pope Lick Monster and brought the creature to the attention of a wider audience. Despite the many sightings of the Pope Lick Monster, there is no concrete evidence to support its existence. Some believe that the creature is simply a figment of people's imaginations, while others suggest that it may be a hoax perpetrated by local residents. There have been reports of people dressing up in costumes and pretending to be the Pope Lick Monster in order to scare others. Despite the lack of evidence, the legend of the Pope Lick Monster continues to fascinate and frighten people to this day. The creature has been the subject of numerous books, films, and television shows, and its image has become a popular motif in pop culture. Many people continue to visit the area around Pope Lick Creek in search of the creature, and some claim to have had their own encounters with the monster. In recent years, there have been efforts to preserve the area around Pope Lick Creek and to prevent further accidents on the railroad trestle. Signs have been posted warning people of the dangers of walking on the tracks, and barriers have been installed to prevent access to the trestle. Nevertheless, the legend of the Pope Lick Monster lives on, and it remains a fascinating and mysterious part of Kentucky folklore.